According to Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, or RAIN, less than a quarter of all sexual assault crimes are reported to police, and just a fraction of those see felony charges. In the Lone Star State, legislation is in the works to improve sexual assault prosecution and data collection. ABC 7's David Furtado reports.
Sexual assault has been in the crosshairs of State Representative Donna Howard for a while now, earmarking funds to process the backlog of sexual assault test kits, developing a sexual assault survivors task force, and requesting an audit of the state's sexual assault prosecutions. The outcome? Confirming things already known.
Survivors had not trusted the system, and that there was a lack of follow-through on many cases.
In fact, the RAIN data that we mentioned determined that 4.6% of sexual assault reports lead to an arrest, and less than 1% are referred to prosecutors or receive a felony conviction. Here in the Yellow City, the ratio is a bit better, says Corporal Jeb Hilton with the Amarillo Police Department.
A lot of people, like I said, look at it as a negative thing that we have more of these reports. And our response to that is this is a very underreported crime.
The bill aims to increase law enforcement training in trauma-informed investigations and making advocates present during those fact-finding missions, which can also be a traumatic situation for survivors.
We have to do our part. There's a lot of questions that come up and things that aren't very nice sometimes. It's not something this person wants to talk about, but it's something we have to do as part of our investigation.
We want to make sure that there's not a requirement or even a recommendation that polygraphs be performed.
I think when you say, no, we're not ever going to use it, that you put yourself in a bind at some point. And it's not that we don't always believe our victims and we don't want to believe them. It's just sometimes we come across cases where it's not the exact truth that we're being told.
Now, Representative Howard says there are other changes within the bill and that it's still in the works. She tells us lights are being shined on the barriers that are preventing justice for survivors. And this is another swing of a wrecking ball.
I don't believe at this point, with all that's been done and the investment we've made in ensuring that we have a good process, that we're going to do anything but move forward. But I certainly invite all those eyes to still be watching us and hold us accountable.
For ABC 7 News, I'm David Furtado.
And Corporal Hilton says some of the changes that are being discussed in this bill are currently in place at APD. Services are also made available for survivors, whether they report a crime or not.